Welcome back to Santi Says. I'm your host, Al Santi. Today we're going to talk about reclaimed wood. For 20 years, I've been reclaiming wood on projects of ours, and all my friends and coworkers think I'm crazy. Now, reclaimed wood's all over TV, and today I would like to just talk about a little bit of how we use some of this reclaimed wood on some of our projects. So what is reclaimed wood? It's exactly that, old wood, a wood from a different time that has character. You can get reclaimed wood from auctions, estate sales, or garage sales. You can get them from your grandmother, your great-grandmother. Reclaimed wood is everywhere. There are endless possibilities. You just have to open your mind to it. So reclaimed wood is all about the finished product. What are you going to use it for? Furniture, home decor, built-ins, and yard features. I view repurposed wood differently than somebody else would view it. I use it a lot for built-ins on my projects. It looks fabulous and kind of shows you the character of the year that product came out of. So let's take a look at some pieces. So look at this piece here. It's hand carved. It's made a long time ago, probably 100 years old. This piece I took off of a cabinet that I thought I can reuse somewhere else. Maybe able to use it as part of a mantle above the fireplace opening. Next is this big old bad boy. It's heavy. Okay, it's all oak. It's got some heavy duty hardware. This is from an old chair. You can tell it's old because it's been hand carved. The claws are actually hand carved. I have many uses for this in my head. One of them would be for a bracket for a shelf here. And then the shelf would sit on top. This would be a bracket for underneath it. I do want to point out a couple things to you. The hardware that's on it, I'd like to keep that because you never know what you're going to want to use it for. I take these old wheels off and then I can reuse them on a different piece. All right, moo. This came off of a farm. I thought it was a very unique piece, so I bought it. And I thought I would incorporate it on one of our projects to hang pendant lights. You can hang them on both sides. Also, if you want to use them outside, you can use it to hang plants, where you can hang plants on both sides as well. The reclaim industry is not limited just to wood. It's also hardware, clothing, glass. I in particular like wood and hardware. Here's an old door knocker. It can be used exactly as it was used decades ago as a door knocker. Put it on your door. You can also take a piece of wood like this, cut it down to a certain size, and mount this right to the wood and put it outside or put it inside your house. It's a great conversational piece. So let's look at something else. This is a piece of hardware that I thought was very interesting. It looked like it might have been some kind of a clamp to hold something down, maybe piping or something, but I thought it'd be interesting just to use it as some kind of a shelf bracket itself, or you can use it as a handle, put it on a door. It had a serial number on it, which I thought was a very original look. If it's got a serial number on it, most likely it's original and it's probably very old. Third, this is a piece of hardware I took off an old door. The door wasn't any good, but the hardware was good, so I took that off and saved it for another project. All right, so I love this. This is an old shelf bracket. Okay, the shelf fit in between here, but you can see how unique it is. It's a hardware piece that isn't commonly found, but when you find it, you'll find many uses for it. This is an old pulley system. This you can hang plants, you can hang decorative features off of. As you see, it's rusted. That is what they call patina. Just be aware that the piece may be more valuable with the rust on it than with paint on it or taking the rust off. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this, but I thought it was interesting looking, and I know that I'll have a future use for it, but right now, I'm just using it as inspiration. It's time for my bonus tip. So for today's bonus tips, I'm going to show you some of my personal reclaimed wood projects. So this is a wall that we use for what we call shiplap. You're creating an atmosphere that's really untouched by modern technology, and this is just old wood from different properties, many different uses, schools, homes, and even barns. The ladder is an old ladder. We use that as an accent with a couple of the pulleys and hooks. It's a unique way to tie your room together. Here's an example of one of the build-outs we do. This is an old door, came from an old house in some farmhouse up north. And then what I did is it came with that and some of the trim. So I used the trim down below the seat. This is just an old shelf unit that I'm sitting on as we use this as a bench. And then we also have some crates here, old crates. They're not that old, but we also incorporated that with the design and put a handle on it. This piece here is actually a wine rack, and this came off a wood pallet. We just took a section of the wood pallet, gave it a little bit of stain so it had a patina look, and this will actually hold bottles of wine in every one of these compartments. So that's it for this episode. Now get out there and find some wood.